FM. This and every Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Yes, it's War Room Thursday. Come on out and join us, each and every one, on Bess100 FM, 100.1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Come on out. Join me, the prophet, Reverend Mark Stewart, and of course, the boss shot, Apostle Marshall. Come for your healing, breakthrough, deliverance, the prayer, the miracle, the word, the testimony, and so much more. Yes, my friends, Bess100 FM, War Room Thursday, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Join us. We are going to lick it till it busts.
Oh, yeah. Ready for the warfare. Ready for the warfare.
Hey everybody, Apostle Prophetess Dr. Juliet Fagan here. I've got some good news for you. Many of you have asked and God has delivered. Guess what? Join me this and every Sunday. That's right, this and every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. Catch me right here on Bess100 FM. That's right. On Friend of a Wounded Heart, an extension of Vision Miracle Church of God. And so on behalf of Bishop Leroy, myself, and all the brethren of Vision Miracle Church of God, I'm looking forward to having you Sundays, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. right here on Bess FM 100.
Bess100 FM presents the Mature and Moving Up Show with Lascelles Butch Chen on Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Welcome to this pioneering radio program on our continuing worth in our maturing years, compellingly defined to educate and liberate the younger generation. Tune in and welcome.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and me check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
Wow, you big star. Yeah, man, respect my boss.
Yeah, try calling, cause trust me.
Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best
Good morning and welcome back. Just to remind you, it's the Morning Connection on Bess100 FM, and it's Free Flowing Thursday, the start of our weekend.
And it's 8:14 in the morning.
Yeah.
We're at the Ligani Club. Looking forward to a wonderful day and a wonderful breakfast.
Yes. Are you staying for breakfast, Percy?
No, remember I told you
I know, but when you
some people today.
But as you mentioned,
releasing them into marital bliss.
But isn't that best done on a full stomach?
Right.
The wedding is at 10.
Yes, right.
Where is it? Near here?
Somewhere in the Kingston area.
Okay, all right. Well, we wish you well with that.
But we were talking about the whole structure of the economy, what we need to do in order to make a shift.
Shift us from the zero value
of the
on labor to something that represents fair value. I don't know if it is a mental shift, if it is an accounting. You know, there's a time when you do a revaluation of your capital asset, or you just do a revaluation of your business. For whatever reason, you're moved into that mode. I think it is time that Jamaica really consciously says, you know what, our people are worth more. We're going to put a higher value of them on our books. And we are going to make a commitment to
do everything
to honor that.
Value.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, because you're right that education will increase the value. Upgrading your software,
and increase the
whatever
job.
It is you do,
the job.
It increases the value.
You remember there was something about the BPO and AI, how that would impact it, and they've been running some ads. People haven't noticed it in the paper where I think Epstein was saying, no man, it's gonna shift the nature of the job. But the truth is,
first hit is going to be that the low value tasks that can easily be taken care of by artificial intelligence, those will go. And if you're one of those whose your only job is to say, and what year did you purchase that product?
But some of the times I really don't think, because the AI is very logical, and we are not logical beings in terms of the queries we have. So you go through and after that time become frustrated.
The AI will retrain us.
It will
retrain us. You know, some people can almost recite what it is that, you know. I was trying to call my phone service provider, and I wanted to speak to a person because, fun fact, if you use the bill payment option on your bank account to pay your phone bill, it takes 3 to 5 days
to clear.
It's a direct. You look and you see the money come out of your bank account. Same day, same time. By the time you come out, and I called the phone company because I didn't get a text message acknowledging that the payment had been made. And I was waiting, and I didn't see anything. And I said, "What happened?" You know, you get paranoid with all the fraud.
I think that somebody.
I said, "Lord and God, with me $7,000." Anyway, no, I wasn't really thinking fraud, but I'm accustomed to seeing a text message indicating, one, that the money has left, and two, that the service provider.
That one come quick within seconds.
But I didn't even see that one.
Are you serious?
No, what I saw was the money deducted from the balance on the account.
Okay.
I saw that, so I know something had been done. But I now started to fret that I'd put the wrong number, or I began to just recheck everything, and so I was concerned. Called the phone company. Every option given on their interactive voice program excluded speaking to a person. It took me right up to exit, and I had to exit. I'm like, what option do I need to choose in order to speak to someone?
0.
So no, when I tried 0, because it didn't give 0. So when I tried 0 was not. It said that is not an option. Okay. But I said, no, man, I trust my Jamaicans, you know. Somebody who had more time than me work out which selection will get you talk to somebody. So I was in a restaurant. I turned to the waitress, and yes, I was profiling. I turned to the waitress. I said, I'm trying to get this company which of the selection can get you to a live person? She said, no, man, choose option 3. Option 3 was if you are seeking to upgrade your product. You see? You see? If you are seeking to upgrade your product, you can talk to somebody.
Jamaica, let me tell you.
I love my people, you know.
Hello.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Do you know, if you're a mechanic in Jamaica, and you go to the States,
you're a high-class engineer. No, put it proper. Put it better. If you are a semi-literate mechanic with experience from Jamaica, and you go, you're an engineer.
What do you mean? No, man.
You're an engineer. Nobody.
And the experience
Percy,
my friend tells me, I go, and in 3 months, and months, when you coming back? I'm not coming back. Say, no, man, you can't come. You must come back. You must come back. And then, to make sure that this guy come back, him send him friend come from the States to come. Boss him to come back because of the value that he adds to the gentleman's operation. He can basically do anything. So your point is very true.
You just brought me back. Thank you.
Is so true.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your
Thank
point
you.
Is, no, man.
I'm taking the kudos.
No, man.
I'm taking the kudos.
Your point is a very important one because we know whether we like it or not, and we're going to be talking to the JPS Co.
Hello, Noel.
For this morning in regards to in regards to the Lion Man symposium that they had on thing. We are up at the line in terms of the intersection of the brawn and the brain.
Yes, I love how you put that.
To maneuver through the different things and get it done.
I love how you put that. That intersection of brawn and brains.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. That we crowd up that space.
Hello.
we full up that space. We don't leave no room. Yeah. We're physically fit. We look good. We can run like lightning. And we're smart.
And we are able to figure things out.
Yes.
So that is why Jamaicans can go to Canada. They want us like cook food up there in terms of the driving, the mechanics, anything you do, the plumbing, can we find a way?
Yeah.
If it don't work, textbook, we're going to find a way of causing it to work.
Well, I was the beneficiary of that the other day because sure enough, when you pick that one, and a part of it, is human psychology. The company wants to sell more products.
Right.
And they're not relying on AI. They're not relying on artificial intelligence to sell their products.
Yeah.
They still want the human interaction. So they made available customer service reps to speak to those who want to upgrade their services. And bingo. That's how I discovered that when I make a payment through the bill payment option on the bank account, 3 to 5 days is what it takes. Yeah, even though it come out of your account same time.
After, because somebody said to me, and I guess it comes out of, somebody said to me, hey daddy, you better pay it directly from your bank account versus using the app, because I'm always upgrading the app. I said, but we don't understand what is happening with this and with one of the phone companies. I said, no man, pay it straight and if you hit your account. Because I used to pay it and every time the app is upgrading and something gets lost in transition, I said, okay. And my wife is adamant, so she's going to go back to her prepaid. So it is. But Jamaicans go anywhere in the world. I remember I was at a conference.
And their talent makes room for them. I'm just channeling Proverbs.
Yeah, man.
A proverb says it.
Yeah.
Your talent will make space for you in the world.
So I found that I was at a conference. Hey, yeah, I tell you. So there was us as third world in this first world country in the US. And when we went to the conference, somebody said, you want to go to this conference, that thing? Yeah, man. I'll pay for you. Don't worry about it. So we are at the conference and we go to a sub-conference where the person pays. And we go and represent. And says we have been registered, duly registered. They look at her. She went into activity. No, you're not registered. We don't see there. And she gone to check all of these people. So my friend from India said, those people. I said, but we name there. The people there. Here, to me now, these stupid Americans. They said, no. They said, no. They said the thing is right in front of them. And because it didn't follow the procedure that it should have, they were lost.
Yeah.
And they said, but see the information there. In Patwa, we see the information right there in front of her. And he says, my dear, it's your name here. No, right in front of her, she never picked it up.
Yeah.
Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you miss step 3 and go to 5, 7, they're lost. Because everything is documented.
Right, and if you're out of sync, it becomes a problem.
So we have to applaud our Jamaican people go overseas, and even as we look to JPS go there, it's alignment.
No, it's more than the linemen. So there are two things that our friends from JPS are gonna speak with us on, and for the first time we have not one, two men. Two men, Ricardo Case, Director of Engineering Services, and Mr. Granville Gale. Ricardo Case is from JPS proper, and Mr. Granville Gale is the CEO of National Safety Limited. We know them, we see their sign all the time. They are coming fresh out of their inaugural National Utility Pole Line Safety Conference. And the theme of the conference was climbing towards collaboration and safety. This was taking place. Yes, I love the pun on the word climbing. And quite fittingly, on Tuesday, they were celebrating International Lineman Day. Now, it's a lineman, but I saw them praising a line woman.
Oh, you saw them praising a line woman?
Yes, there was something in the papers about a woman who is a lineman. Just like how you had men who are midwives.
Okay. You have men who are midwives?
Oh, yes.
I've never seen that before.
You haven't?
No, I've never.
And that's because your 3 children didn't come with their sister. Where are you going to see it? I mean, you as a man, how often are you going to see midwives?
You go to the hospital.
For your 3 children?
Yes. But
who were not assisted by midwives?
Yeah. No, they were assisted
by midwives, and they were all women?
They're all women. Because when I think of a midwife, I think of a woman, but I never...
Why? That is so gender specific.
Yeah, but really now.
Anyway,
what is the probability or the percentages of midwives who are male in this country?
No idea.
All right, it's the same like what is the percentage of nurses who are male in this country? Not significant.
No, you might be surprised. Getting higher and higher. Who was telling me about? Was it you telling me about the male nurses? You of all, you at least know 2 more than I do.
Yeah, but I was saying, but normally you think of a nurse, think of a...
And we're shifting all of that.
Yeah,
it's shifting. It needs to shift.
So as they talk about that, I remember going to one of the schools, the nursing schools, and I'm seeing, how you feel? It's a wonderful experience.
Of course, I heard
it's a wonderful experience. They take very good care of.
Yes, man. I heard Lowell saying how once the men get into a company of women, they don't want to leave. You gave away a secret? Because Percy immediately looked like, why did you tell them that? That's our secret. No, because we have some groups which are like groups of women who take care of certain things. And the occasional man infiltrate the group. Can't get them out.
You can't get them out.
Can't get them out at all. Anyway, so we have these gentlemen coming to us, and they are going to be speaking on the importance and developments in this area of the business. We know that Jamaica is in the hurricane-prone belt. In fact, that's who we are. The hurricane season is our longest season. From June to November, the end of November.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. So everything else is in between between the season and either end of the season. And we have a lot of subterranean utility infrastructure for cable, for telecommunications, for electricity is perhaps the deadliest of them all, because a live wire swinging through the streets is no fun. And the skills required to safeguard that part of the infrastructure is critical and important. They are going to be sharing with us what transpired in the conference. And on all these occasions, when we have an opportunity to speak to partners like JPS, it's a good time for you to consider new career directions that you can take. So that is going to be the subject matter of the next segment. Two men, Mr. Ricardo Case, the Director of Engineering Services, and Mr. Granville Gale, CEO of National Safety Limited. This conference, which they've just concluded, was organized by the JPS engineering team. So Mr. Case can share with us the motivation behind doing something. Conferences are odd creatures. They seem like talk shops, but they're actually an important part of the ecosystem for the transfer of knowledge and for building bridges. So I'm always curious about, why a conference, how you set it up, how do you measure its effectiveness, what's the takeaway, and if this was, I think, their inaugural conference. Did I read that word somewhere?
It is.
Yeah, so if yes, so that was their first. So it would be very good to understand what comes after. So as the gentlemen approach, we'll take our break, and then when we come back, we will have company in the house. Stay with us, please. It's the Morning Connection.
Half a tree. One already, 200. Ready, mama? Ready. Is this the confusion you feel when trying to work your way through medical systems in Jamaica? Try a dose of Ask Dr. Mary every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. Let Dr. Mary help you understand your medical problems and bring you to a calmer place.
Looking to clean your vehicle super clean? 123 Clean Car Wash, located at 2¼ Osborne Road, Kingston 10. Entrance on Grove Road, below Tropical Battery. They wash and vacuum, undercarriage wash, engine wash, polish and compound, shampoo and detailing. Call them at 876-631-3400. 123 Clean Car Wash, the best in the business for a cleaner wash.
1, 2, 3, believe me, it's so easy. 1, 2, 3.
Love more, 'cause you open up the door.
Live, camera, volume. Live it up Fridays on Bess100 FM. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with I, Ibi Lion, each and every Friday. Giving you the better vibes, heard everywhere.
On a natural some things that watch me fly. On Jamaica.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Veg Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Veg Printers, your best choice in printing.
Having trouble getting parts for your Mazda? Maljam Auto Parts is your solution. Find Maljam at the new and convenient location off Upper Waltham Park Road at 9 Kingswood Avenue. Maljam Auto Parts, with over 25 years experience, providing all Mazda parts, new and used. Call 923-4389 and 461-1786. Maljam Auto Parts, serving your Mazda needs.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats Bess FM.
Welcome back to the morning connection. We have two gentlemen here with us this morning. Mr. Case from JPS is the Director of Engineering. And Mr. Gale from National Safety Company, that's the man with the money. So I don't know about that.
All right now. Now I have to defend Mr. Case. Because are you excluding Mr. Case from being moneyed? You saying?
Well, you see, it's different. We're talking about it this morning in terms of
value. Yes.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to the program. And thank you for joining us. Normally at this point in time, we host JPSCO, and we heard that you had a very groundbreaking conference that happened recently. So tell us about that conference, Richard, because I think it was JPSCO in collaboration with National Safety Company.
Yes.
Was that alignment conference?
Yes. Yeah, man. So it was, as you said, it was a groundbreaking conference. It was the first of its kind here in Jamaica. Basically, what we wanted to do was to kind of shine the spotlight on the utility pole and the economy of the utility pole itself. Right?
I love that.
If you want to look on the utility pole as an ecosystem, it has a
very
whole
much
lot
so
of things that supports it.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So the power system itself is vast. You have your generation, transmission, distribution, and a whole lot of different things. So we switch off the light and the entire thing and just have a spotlight just on the utility pole, single pole. Right? And the safety surrounding that ecosystem. Right? So I describe it as an ecosystem because the pole itself has a supply side. It has standards that govern how it is set up.
As a part of your infrastructure.
How it is supposed to be maintained. Right? And for it to be maintained, there are certain codes that need to be adhered to and certain compliance that needs to be adhered to. And then, of course, just the aesthetics of it, for it to be safe for the public and all of those other things. So it carries out a unique service.
Okay.
Not just electricity.
Okay.
So the poles are there and they carry out telecom service and whatnot. So we have line workers, as we know, collectively call them, which is both linemen and women.
Yes,
right?
Each other woman.
So they basically are part of the maintenance side of these things, whether it's planned maintenance, to install new ones, or just the routine maintenance to keep them
sustainability.
So what happened is that this conference really was a response to, we saw our safety statistics, particularly the wrong direction.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we had a death, we had several injuries, and we had public accidents. And when we did the investigations and those sort of things, we realized there was a common thread as some of the causative factors between all of these various
incidents.
Right? So what we did was to create like a cocoon, if you will, right, where we put all the solutions in one space where the target group really were the
contractors.
Not just the contractors who do pole line work for us, but contractors in the telecom space who do third-party attachments, the ones who would have worked with Flow, Digicel, cable operators and whatnot, who need to adhere to these safety standards, right? And to work safe. So all the reasons that were given as to why we can't work safe, whether it's finance or it is lack of training, whatever it is, we basically created an environment with the pool manufacturers as well, the national safety was on board. So they basically would have presented all of the equipment that they had. So it was just a rich space.
How long was the conference? How many days?
The conference was 1 day.
Whoa.
With all of the things
So that is,
and
yes.
included demonstrations.
Yes.
I was about to ask you, Gail, how did national safety come in? But then you allowed them in terms of all of the equipment, safety and so on.
So it's a little more than just the equipment. So we're 50 years old this year.
Whoa, okay. So, congratulations. Jubilee year that they mean they're giving away a lot of stuff. Hallelujah.
No, things come back.
Our banner actually is 50 years golden jubilee.
Okay.
So it's exactly
scriptural.
So we're premised on Psalm 127:1. It's about unless the Lord builds a house,
they labor in vain.
That's how we function operate. But JPS being 100 years and us being 50 years, we thought it's important that we partner with JPS.
Yes.
I believe JPS has been one of our major customers throughout that period.
Okay.
So when Ricardo called me, or Mr. Tobin called me first, set me up,
Yes, I softened you up.
Remember that Mr. Ricardo gonna call me
and finish you off.
Right, it was a no-brainer because we're partnered with JPS for years, and one of the things about national safety that we're standards-based. So we operate off of the NFPA standard, which is National Fire Protection Association, the United States, the OSHA, the ergonomics and those kind of things. We're also National Safety Council members. So in what we presented, it was less about the equipment, but really about the standards that JPS should be operating by, or are operating by, because I'm happy to say that I'm very happy to see the direction JPS is moving in terms of the effort that they put in to safety. What they're doing with safety is really tremendous.
Yeah.
It's something that really should be highlighted about what they're doing. When we saw that, we said, all right, let's focus on what are the hazards around the utility poles. We took them to walk them through a cycle of what they should do and what they should look for, and ultimately how you should approach it. One of the things is that when you look at a utility pole, as Ricardo said, it's a whole world unto itself.
The ecosystem is the perfect descriptor.
World unto itself. I mean, from the top of the pole right to the bottom of the pole, there are different things that happen and take place.
Yes.
And different people that work on the pole.
The pole is a revenue center.
It's a revenue center.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. I'm very familiar with it.
Yes, you would be.
Very familiar with it.
Yeah.
And I think it is very fitting that it's receiving this kind of attention.
Absolutely.
Because not with ICTs being so central to national development, it's a driver in so many ways. It creates job opportunities. I've heard you say that, both on the training side as well as on the workman in the field side, the support side. And I do applaud the effort that I'm hearing of and putting people at the center of it, because anything that deals with safety is not just environment, but it's people-centered. Right. And those electrocution personal injuries claims are expensive. So even in terms of it being a right response, I think that is a definite plus. But you had 1 day.
Yeah.
How much were you able to accomplish in 1 day? Do you think you got to the heart of it, or are you planning a follow-up very soon?
So we already planning the one for next year.
Yeah,
and it's going to be bigger, with even more collaboration from the Caribbean.
Okay.
And more time, possibly.
And maybe more
time.
Days.
Yeah,
So
1 day.
Actually do more demonstrations. But we're kind of hard-pressed to try and compress or concentrate it into 1 day, right? So I think that we checked all the boxes, because in that 1 day, we're able to have presentations from the Heart Trust, NTA. So they basically would have spoken about their skills training. They are a feeder for the lineman program.
Right.
So a young man,
they have certification.
They have certifications for somebody now who wants this basic skills training, the dexterity, and to receive certification, and then they now would apply to us or to some of the other contractor companies to become a lineman, and then we at JPS now have our own learning and development institute and take them through the detailed training for which they also get certification. So it was important to show how you keep yourself updated, how you get recertified, and which is a key
Let me ask that question. So you're saying to me that I could being a lineman and picked as a profession. That's what you're telling me.
It is a profession. But not you.
It is a very serious profession. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. It is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. So we salute.
What is the average height of one of your towers? Because it's not just the poles, it's the towers and other parts of your infrastructure.
The most common one you see is a 40 foot.
So you have to be able to function efficiently at 40 feet in the air.
No. I mean, you train for it.
Yeah, the training is.
And part of what our program is that we have routine training and then we use the right equipment to make the work easier.
Okay. So I want to ask national safety now. Well, two questions, and you can share it up as you see fit. Yeah. For those listening who may say that is a direction I could pursue, what are the eligibility requirements? So think on that for me. But in terms of the gear, for those who want to be somewhat independent, and they have to purchase their own gear, and is it affordable? How affordable is it?
And think about it this way. It's kind of like insurance, right? You never know the cost of it until you suffer a loss. Until you don't have it. Until you suffer a loss. And the loss in this case could be a loss of life.
Yeah, or a limb.
Or a limb. And then if you have a medical injury, that could be in with you for life. And the cost. So to outfit you with the PPE would probably cost $100,000.
Okay, that's a worthwhile investment.
Everything. Depending on what you're doing, the gloves, and they're not cheap, but it's not a one-time investment. Okay. It's something you have to replenish over years.
Yes,
but the good thing with the PPE is that they last. All right. So based on what we sell and we provide from the best manufacturers and suppliers in the world. And the beautiful thing I appreciate with JPS, and I see a lot of the other multinationals doing it as well, that are in Jamaica, and they're forcing Jamaicans to get
fall in line.
Standard.
Yeah.
Standard. So you can go and buy a helmet, for $900 or $800. Right. But will it meet the standard that you need?
So we are importing helmets. We're bringing helmets into the country that people could, in their ignorance, purchase, but it's an eggshell.
I wouldn't say that. It may not be fit for the purpose
So different horses, different courses.
Absolutely.
So some knowledge is important when you're choosing your gear. And that's why I asked about the eligibility requirements, because there are a lot of us who see menial tasks as for the brainless. I'm just, being crass in my choice of words, because I want you to be direct. People need to be trainable, but what level of education or experience you need to have to set your sights on being
a line
person.
A line person.
Yes.
So there are two ways I can answer it, right?
Yeah.
How I would want it and how it is.
All right.
Right. So let me start with how it is first. So how it is now, it would not be uncommon for you to find a lineman now who is very good at his job, who can read and write. And that is just a reality.
Yeah.
Right? Does good work, dexterous, has the ability to climb, work safe, follow the rules.
And maintains the standards for safety.
And maintains the standards for safety. Because experience is kind of what it was. It started out from an
apprenticeship type, yes.
But as more and more standards start coming into the space, you realize that it requires some amount of matriculation to be able to absorb the information, adhere to the rules, to read and understand.
Work with the gear.
Comply.
Do you have technical components to the gear as well? Devices that you have to work with?
As Ricardo was alluding to, as it evolves, and you move into the world of more technology,
you have to be able to flow with it.
Right, but what I would say though, guys, is the linesman has to be somebody who has good decision-making skills.
Critical thinking. Yeah.
Because when you're working at height and there's a situation that presents itself before you, you have to be quick to decide what to do and what to do for myself. What also to do for those
So you're not allowed to freeze and to wait it out.
So Edie said it may be thought of other skills for persons with menial tasks. The truth is, linesmen are probably very, very intelligent.
Have to be.
And I'm sure they are.
Yes.
It's the whole thing about education. People want to get them. People want to get them.
And human valuation, which you know I was talking about.
But it's a type of education. You have some person that you put them in front of a book. That's not for them.
Yes.
Put them in front of a classroom.
Everything.
Expert knowledge being.
Yes.
And they grasp
everything fires.
Faster, right.
Yes.
That's how we educate our people
for the different tasks and professions.
Linemen with degrees, associate degrees, but they enjoy the work.
Yes.
Because it's fulfilling for them, right? They like the service component of it. You know,
hands-on, on the ground, in the field.
In the field. And you know, as Granville said, the decision making. When you have to de-energize an area to work, have all of the safety systems, it's so much things that go into just working.
Yeah. Sound like you're flying a plane.
It's like flying a plane. And then also, as I was talking about the standards, a lot of the checks and balances now for the work, because auditing is also a part of the performance evaluation of the work, right? So how was the work planned? Did you execute it the way it was? And the post-event analysis. And that goes into your performance.
So there is some record keeping that is a part of it. So you must be literate.
With safety, one of the critical things with safety is your
record keeping. Yes.
As I said at the conference, your PPE is really your last line of defense.
Yeah.
There are lots of other things you have to do before you actually put on the PPE and go to work.
Yes.
Including the documentation. The documentation before, the documentation during, and documentation after. That provides a basis on which people can learn, adapt, change, grow, improve.
You know, I always remember my swimming coach telling me that the first way to save a person who's drowning is to talk them out of the water. The last resort is jumping in.
Absolutely.
But most times you see people jump in first. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. He stands on the thing and restore confidence.
Okay.
Well,
he doesn't get wet.
One more thing on that, though, in terms of one of the things that we've found as well, and why the conference was important for the contractors, because that level of record keeping, that level of compliance, the respect that you need to have to hire the right people with the right skill set is kind of
new to them. That would be new to them,
right? So we need for them to understand that in order to give value service, you need to have valuable inputs as well, right? Some of what you were talking about this morning, yes, it might change the rate because, to your point,
right? It's inevitable.
But we want a professional service because it is a professional service.
And JPS willing to pay for the professional
Yes, for professional service. And we are sure that contractors will get more work
done.
More work, demand, of course.
Into their business.
Their capacity and their workers. So to the contractors now, that is a completely outsourced part of your business?
Yes.
So you've created an opportunity really for entrepreneurs to build a business meeting that need.
Yes.
So who offers the training that they require? National Safety, is that a space in the market for you?
Well, we can do OSHA type training.
Yes.
So the linesman training is very specific.
Look, one sec. What is OSHA? You are talking,
American.
It's American standard.
What does it mean? I know it's OSHA. What does that mean?
The Organization for Safety Health. Occupational Safety and Health Association.
Right.
Jamaica has a standard which is coming on board with the Ministry of Labour.
Yeah.
And that will be called JOSHA.
JOSHA.
Yeah, but we're not quite.
How creative!
JOSHA.
Percy, why you made him say that?
We're getting there. We're getting there. But
we could call him Joshua.
Maybe one of the things, one of the ways we'll get there faster is by companies like this.
Yes.
Enforcing,
requiring that their contractors, their service person,
perform to that standard and paying for that level of.
If I have to go on a JPS, right? When we not only supply gear, we do other services with JPS. When I have to go on a JPS, they give me a long 8.5 legal form. I have to fill out everything on there, what size shoe I'm wearing, make sure I'm not vest with it. And all
Did you brush your teeth this morning?
Everything has to be done. You look at it, ask you what type of toothpaste. Everything has to be done for each person.
For each person who's going on.
Before they even open the gate and say, all right.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So therefore, everybody has to get in line. I've seen it with other multinationals as well, as I said. When I go to other establishments, right now I have to fill out a whole. It's like I said to the people, what is this giving me to do? But I understand.
Yes. Because it holds you accountable to your own crew that's with you.
And having worked with other standards, ISO in particular, with the quality standards for nearly 10 years. 10 years I've worked with it. I have an appreciation for what it does. What it means.
So Jamaica is moving away from the Factories Act level of maintaining worker safety.
What they're doing
Keep your hand out of the grinder.
No, what they're doing is improving upon it.
Yes, we're moving on.
That as the case?
No, I'm saying it with great approval and delight because the standards were so low, I think. You know, we were at that same place where there's the plantation. Don't get your hand chewed up in the grinder. Not because you need the arm, but because we don't need blood in the sugar. And it you know, so it's good to see us.
Not because that's not a major thing in terms of how people are thinking.
Yeah.
Not they don't want blood in the sugar, but they don't want. It's
not about your arm because you know you're a slave. That one-armed slave can go do something over there, but they don't want to contaminate.
Well, take a while to evolve and change.
Yeah. But please remember that it's. But please remember that it is people who make the difference. The change of the law can be 100 years later. If the people are doing the right thing, a law is not required. I'm going to go scriptural on you. The law is for the criminal, for lawbreakers. The man who's doing right don't need a law. So you're doing something right, and we applaud it.
So we have to, we are committed to pushing safety, right? And we have some key follow-ups from the conference.
Okay,
right. Some key takeaways. So going into the conference, we knew that we would have had those takeaways.
Yeah.
But we wanted the collective buy-in. So when the audience there sees it intrinsically, they'll support it. Right?
So are you available to sit on the Constitutional Reform Committee? Because it sounds like you
just the time.
No, because talking about getting the buy-in of your community, you kind of have an idea of what you're coming away with, but it can't be just you alone with it. It has to be. I see that collaboration as an important part of it.
It was climbing towards collaboration. Safe.
Yeah.
It was actually done on International Linesman Day as well.
Yes.
So everything, the universe can.
Yes, man, you hit it right on every note.
As national safety to be that co-brand with us right at the top.
National safety.
And this is the national, first national conference for this.
Let me tell you, Granville could spell the name of that. That name is worth more than the business.
The name is just,
it was visionary.
Yeah.
For the founders of the business, it was visionary. They're still, I give them a lot of credit. So
yes, man, every time.
I give them the confidence as well. So it's for them.
Too. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Easy conversation.
Very easy. Very, very easy.
We're up on the time. I knew that the two of you would require more than half an hour, but I was taking a shot at it. One element in your conference was financial planning for business growth.
Yes.
And you heard me on the revenue model talk. Yes. What was the wisdom coming out of those discussions?
This was one of the opportunities that we needed to present to the contract, because oftentimes I see financing as an inhibitor to growing the business. Right? So we had a Sagicor, small medium enterprise that was there. We had NCB, small and medium enterprise. We had JPS Credit Union that was there as well, who has been a friend to the industry for years. And we also had Scotia Insurance, because insurance is a big part of what contractors are required to have.
Yes.
To work with us.
Yes.
So basically we created that financial space, financial education and opportunity for the contractor base to apply to.
So let me ask you the big question for me. Just coming out of other industries where, the business prospects are good, the candidate is capable, but the banks always want collateral. And many a time, they don't want your safety gear as collateral. Does JPS stand with contractors who need to capitalize their business for growth? Any kind of support comes from that quarter?
So our contract would be a collateral, because the contract is a future
beautiful
instrument that they can actually use. It has a particular value, which is kind of like a promise to the contract.
Yes.
Right? So that by itself might help, but these contractors are not unsophisticated businesses. These are companies with equipment, with registered offices. And some of them have 20, 30, 40, 50 staff.
Yes.
And vehicles. And vehicles. So it's not, so it's really more an awareness of formalizing, strategizing. So the financial education to grow the business is really what the insertion was into the conference.
To motivate and give them the confidence to push.
I told you some of the lessons learned from the investigations that we did. What the contractors are saying is money is a problem. You understand me?
Yeah.
Access to money is a
and
problem.
it's why I asked you the collateral question, and not to press you to be a partner in a way you're not currently being, but maybe to motivate you to consider how you can add your voice as an advocate for some of the financial institutions to be more responsive to how that segment needs to grow.
And exactly what you said is what I said to all the financial institutions when I personally spoke to them.
Yes, yeah.
I said, look here, we have a gap. We need to fill it.
Yeah.
Get on board and get with it.
Yeah.
So those who are wise, they see that
as an opportunity. Yeah.
For them. Because if I have a contract from JPS to say this is what we will pay you, I can take that to the bank, and that's what a lot of people have done in the past. Have this contract.
But banks want real estate.
Oh, jeez, man.
Especially real estate.
They need to change your
and if you use vehicles, they only give you 30% of the value because the vehicle can crash tomorrow, and that's realistic.
Some of the things we saw is that they are offering new to the market types of financing.
Okay, right. All right, we're getting the signal for time, and I'm going to ask the producer's permission. Just keep you for like 5 more minutes, if you don't mind, after the break, so we can do a wrap up and say goodbye to you. Right. You're deserving of the additional time. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
You're simply the best.
Bess FM-100 on your dial. Keep listening.
Bess100 FM, broadcasting live in all 14 parishes. Hanover 100.5, 100.9. St. James 100.9. Trelawney 100.3, 100.9. St. Anne 100.3, 100.5. St. Mary 100.5. Westmoreland 100.1, 100.5. St. Elizabeth 100.1, 100.5. Manchester 100.1, 100.5. Clarendon 100.1, 100.5, 100.9. St. Catherine 100.5, 100.9. St. Andrew 100.5, 100.9. St. Thomas 100.5 and 100.9. Bess FM, giving you the better vibe.
He's coming back.
Yes, indeed, it's redemption time with Apostle Clive Campbell, presenting a life-changing, life-challenging message to encourage, inspire, and motivate you towards your destiny. Every Tuesday night from 9:30 p.m. until 12:30 a.m. and on Saturday from 9 o'clock until 10, right here on Bess100 FM. It's redemption time.
I'm standing firm.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
Bess100 FM presents the Mature and Moving Up Show with Lascelles Butch Chen on Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Welcome to this pioneering radio program on our continuing worth in our maturing years, compellingly defined to educate and liberate the younger generation. Tune in and welcome.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-time taxi service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Hey everybody, Apostle Prophetess Dr. Juliet Fagan here. I've got some good news for you. Many of you have asked and God has delivered. Guess what? Join me this and every Sunday. That's right, this and every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. Catch me right here on Bess100 FM. That's right. On Friend of a Wounded Heart, an extension of Vision Miracle Church of God. And so on behalf of Bishop Leroy and myself and all the brethren of Vision Miracle Church of God, I'm looking forward to having you Sundays, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. right here on Bess FM 100.
Yes, Jamaica and the world, you want us back? We are back. The Breakthrough Deliverance Ministry, led by me, the prophet Mark Stewart, right here on Bess100 FM. This and every Thursday night, from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Yes, it's War Room Thursday. Come on out and join us, each and every one, on Bess100 FM, 100.1, 357 and 9. Come on out. Join me, the prophet, Reverend Mark Stewart, and of course, the boss shot, Apostle Marshall. Come for your healing, breakthrough, deliverance, the prayer, the miracle, the word, the testimony, and so much more. Yes, my friends, Bess100 FM, War Room Thursday, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Join us. We are going to lick it.
Ready for the warfare. Ready for the warfare.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minett and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Bess100.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best.
Welcome back. We're in the final stretch of the interview, and it's hard for me to let the men go. Usually we get women, and Percy is all over. No, JPS has taken me up because I called one of their men a unicorn. So yeah, he was a rarity. and I get two, and they come in person because oh yes, but he was the unicorn. He was the first unicorn. and I only spoke to him on the phone, but you have come in person, so you are an even more unique unicorn. The name of the conference, I'm just going to remind you the name of the conference. You'll know why. The National Utility Pole Line Safety Conference was inaugurated under the theme, Climbing Towards Collaboration and Safety. And they were honored to be in partnership with another impressive Jamaican company, represented this morning by Mr. Granville Gale. And how old is National Safety Limited?
We're celebrating 50 years this year.
And you know what their theme is? What's their theme again, Mr.
Your safety is our concern.
Your safety is our concern.
And their 50th.
All right, so why did I make such a big announcement of those two things? There are giveaways. I'm always happy to announce giveaways. We have 2 energy vouchers, courtesy of the energy people, JPS, $5,000 each. So in the course of the next, I would say up to Tuesday, we're going to give them Monday and Tuesday to answer 2 questions. I announced it. Should I announce the questions now? No, I'm not. On Monday, the questions. So just listen in. There are 2 vouchers for the listener who can text me or call me with the answer to 2 questions, which we're going to pose on Monday, so you can participate in the giveaways from JPS. I think it's lovely. The ladies didn't bring any giveaways. They were beautiful and talented and very competent at their job and delighted Percival no end. They did not bring giveaways. Kudos to my men. They brought gifts. All right, so to wrap up, your next conference, what do you think will be the theme? Because it seemed like you have it already structured in your mind. Yes.
We're going to have a series of conferences, but this one is unique
for linemen,
focusing on the pole line safety aspect. Remember, I said it was a broad power system, but we're just putting the spotlight just on the pole, right? So the next conference that we're planning now is actually looking at different technologies, battery energy storage, renewable energy, and things like that.
Because JPS is doing EV, and you have this project with IDB.
Yes, with IDB.
And you're training people.
And that's your shop as well. You definitely have to visit us again, man. Because I asked a very hard question on a prior occasion. I wanted to know, when can I, as a Jamaican, say, you know what, I'm going to wash in the night because the power is cheaper in the night? When? As to talk about different technologies, I said,
another jurisdiction in another country.
So the good thing is that everything is in place for it. We just need the regulation to catch it.
But you remember what I said about laws? They're for lawbreakers. A good citizen
and a good corporate
does what is right from the get-go.
So I'm just giving you encouragement that all the
push
pieces are in place. The smart meter is
there.
That's
true. Absolutely.
There. Everything is in place.
The customer is ready.
The system that does the economic dispatch is there, so we're ready to go once.
And then you just come back after this lockdown.
So you know what the man is telling me? I must go forth and become the Minister of Energy. It's there. We do need more advocacy. Well, and for you now, safety, such a big issue in Jamaica, in large measure because there are some who say we are ungovernable and indisciplined, and it's hard to bring us in line.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Thank you.
What I found is that in some sectors, for sure.
Yeah.
But that could be a function of because of how the sector operates. But what I found on the safety side is that once you educate the persons,
we're trainable.
They adapt. And then many times the persons actually cause the companies to make the change. Because they demand certain things when they go to work. And therefore the companies now have to adapt to what is being demanded and what is being required. So it pushes from both sides. Your customers internally, who are your staff, pushing to you. Your customers externally saying to you, this is what you need. And
pulling from you.
The balance comes in and it makes it that much easier to sell.
So you're saying that education is a major component.
Absolutely.
Awareness.
It's the first component.
Yeah, got to be aware.
Because remember, Pat Green said that too, in terms of the education.
It is
environmental issues.
If there's nothing else that JPS has not achieved out of this conference, I think it's the education that they have provided to
Just building awareness with the stakeholders.
All those are things.
Yeah.
Was
All right.
it mandatory for your
we,
contractors and linemen to come? Did you make it mandatory?
Percival, let us congratulate the men on their great achievement and wish them well with the next conference. You have a wedding to go to. I wish you well with that too. But thank you.
No, conducting. I'm a pastor.
Yes. Yes. It's been a great pleasure. Yes. Please give my regards. Oh, yeah, you better say that because they have lots more work to do with you.
And he was a gold sponsor anyway. So.
Yes.
But they have been a good time over the years.
Hey, I'm learning that JPS actually cares.
They do.
That's the program they do with us.
And
JPS cares. And they care.
For the
so that's wonderful. Say hello to the lady of the house.
I will, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Case, thank you very much. All right. We're breaking from that energy-filled session. Safety is always a big issue. When you value people, you care about their safety. That is definitely our view here. And we've been talking this morning about the low valuation that we appear to put on our people. We have to modify it now that we see how much JPS treasure their people and the desire for their safety. I'm being a little more careful in how we word it. It's changing. What a beautiful thing to have heard. Goodbye, Mr. Case. I love it how he described the pole. He just put a spotlight on the pole, so dramatic, and the pole as the center of an ecosystem. We're going to shift gears now because we have a shooter in the house.
A shooter in the house?
Yes. When Nicola was here last time, she sat in as a teacher, as a friend, and as somebody walking past who overheard the broadcast. This morning we're welcoming Nicola Guy, teacher extraordinaire, but even bigger than that, Mark's woman. Oh yes.
Why are you looking so shocked?
Did you bring your weapon with you?
No.
Yeah.
I have my float.
Oh, it's only to be on the range?
Yes.
So who carries it to the range?
Well,
it stays there?
No.
Oh, okay. We're jumping in head first. Good morning, Nicola. Wonderful to have you here, and you're in your gear, so you got to explain. Gilbert. Yes, I love the look. I love the look. I love the look.
You see how I'm cute today?
You're very cute today. That's how you must mesmerize them as you're firing off your weapon.
It's a part of the plan, to get them distracted.
Yeah. Yes, so when you...
Their game will be off.
Their game will be off. So I get a little inch,
Yes, she's using everything that nature gave her. All right, welcome to Nicola Guy. The last time Nicola was on with us, we were talking about the plight of teachers. And on that occasion, I think you learned that she works as a coach, part of the physical education team at a local school. This morning, it's not about the school or the coaching. It's about another skill that she has. So how did you become a gun woman? Tell us.
I just can't get over how shocked he is. We have female shooters.
No, I know, man. I've seen them. No, man. And they do very well. I'm just...
And shooting is many disciplines. We have pistol and
archery.
My sport, we have archery. My sport, which is full bore. But I just want to... A lot of people are not familiar with full bore. I just want to kind of give an idea of what full bore is, and what we're about, how long we've been around. For the layman, full bore would be like sniper shooting. You watch the show Shooter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. So it's shooting at distance, but we don't shoot people though. We shoot paper.
But at that distance, who knows?
Yeah. We know. So full bore has been around for over 150 years. It's a Commonwealth game. It was mainly, sport. It was mainly for military people at first, because of the type of caliber, the weapon.
The weapon,
use,
yes.
Right. So, Bisley in England is what we call the mecca of full bore shooting, right? And I read somewhere that the first female in the Caribbean that participated in that sport from from the Caribbean.
Yes.
Was on the Jamaica team.
Oh.
I really want to
Meaning,
check that.
so
I read
now,
it somewhere, I just can't remember
and
where.
this was like maybe what, 100 years ago, or?
It was 1937.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, the first female that represented the region at Beasley was a Jamaican.
Was a Jamaican,
And
which would have been a Jamaican white woman.
Yes.
Yes.
When you hear Mrs. Ross, it sounds very
Yes.
right. Not that it mattered.
Yeah, because I know Mrs. Ross was an Indian.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah, so
that's interesting trivia.
1937.
In 1937, a woman participated in the Commonwealth Games among the military men. A Jamaican woman. Yes, I hope she hadn't been shooting at black people in the wilds.
I don't have details of that. I just read it somewhere and felt it was worth mentioning.
Yes, yes. So women in the sport is not a new thing, a rare thing, but not new.
Very rare. And it's significant for me because being the national champion for Jamaica this year, and the first female to do that, it was significant for me.
Wait. So you are the national champion.
Yes.
And you beat out all the males and things.
I still have to go back and shoot with them,
So it's a mix. Yeah. So it's a mix.
Them put me out.
So it's a mix. Let me ask a question. So it's a mixed gender sport.
Yes.
You compete as one.
As one.
It's not a male section or female.
No.
Oh,
so that is why it's
so much important.
It's so important to me. As a matter of fact, it is. I didn't even know I would have been at the place with my humble beginnings in the sport to reach national champion so quickly.
So when did you begin in the sport?
I went to Guyana when Jamaica didn't compete that year for that regional, for some reason or the other, as a spectator. Okay. And how I got there, is right here at this club, at the Ligani Club. We kind of look a bit fast, and I heard Major Nelson talking about just coming from
Major Nelson
Canada.
himself being quite the champion, please.
Yes, let me tell you, he was my first coach. He introduced me to the sport.
Yeah.
But I overheard him before I was aware of full bore, what full bore was about, and even had any idea that I would hold a rifle in my hand. Talking about his conquest in Canada.
In Canada.
Coming back, in Canada. We have competition in Canada.
Commonwealth. Part of the Commonwealth. Canadian.
Where was the Commonwealth game?
But it wasn't the Commonwealth game. But he was telling us that I got very interested. And I said, you know what? I want to try that. But I said it. I just said it.
Yes.
After that, as I told you before, I was a spectator in Guyana just to go and watch and just for a trip. And I don't know, my personality just pulled all the Canadians and the other Caribbean people in. They were so warm to me.
But you hadn't started shooting yet.
I just come too fast.
You just were okay.
So,
well, that was how you ended up on the program the first time. But we know.
It's another skill I have.
It's a talent. Yes. It's a talent. It works.
So when I was there in Guyana, a Canadian gave me a hat with Canada on it and said, "You're going to
see you in Canada."
Yeah, we're going to see you. And I was like, I really should come back and take this up. This was in October of 2017.
So that's 2017.
And I turned to Major, and he turned back to me and said, I'm going to get you ready for the next competition, which was like 5 months from there.
Wow.
Did you compete?
Was unheard of. Yes.
Or did you competed? How well did you do?
I came right back and jumped in my jacket and lie down on the mat and started.
Aye, all right.
So I went to Barbados, where the next competition was in May of 2018.
Yeah.
And I won the Tyro class.
What is the Tyro class?
The Tyro class,
how many classes?
3 classes. Okay. So when you're just shooting for the first
time,
the beginner.
Yeah.
So what we call a rookie.
Yes.
Rookie. So I went in after 5 months of
preparation.
Let me tell you, I don't know how it happened, but Major Nelson is a great coach. Big up Major Nelson.
Yes.
And I won the
Tyro
class in 2018.
And you were hooked.
Beat how many people shooting for 10 years.
So why are people in the beginners class for 10 years?
No. You can only shoot the tarot class once.
Oh, okay. But
once you have entered full bore and you shoot, you're a tarot. Once you've shot tarot, you can never be another tarot.
Okay.
So it's rookie.
But it's persons who had been shooting for longer than you.
Yeah, but probably
never competed.
Yeah, never competed, and probably in like small bore and
different. Okay,
like that, right?
Yes.
Or locally, but not regionally.
Yes.
And I won the tarot class in 2018, and then I was shooting, training, and so on. Went to Canada, and I won a Queen's Cross.
Yes.
For getting my first possible, and a possible is getting full score.
Okay.
So we hit in the bullseye for 10 shots.
Okay.
So I figured I was a natural, stuck with it.
Yeah,
with support from, my teammates.
That's not unreasonable.
And the medals felt good and the trophies. So, I got excited and I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I competed last year and won the national.
So how many candidates or competitors would you go up against when you
in Barbados?
At any time, on average, yeah.
Well, it varies where you're shooting.
Yeah.
So it depends on who registers.
10 persons, more than 10, a full field. Okay.
For in Barbados, in the tarot class alone, it was 3 from Jamaica because we were 1, 2, 3.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
First, second, third.
1, 2, 3. Philip, who is now our captain, and
how many persons on the team?
3. On the team now, we have about 16 people overall.
16.
Some are active, some not so active.
Right, and they're shooting in different categories or the classes. Yes.
So, but for Barbados shoot though, Jamaica was 1, 2, 3, and there were about 6 Bayesian tyros, and other countries had tyros. So it was quite a few
a
tyros,
full, right.
Plus the O class, which is the next level, and the X class.
So it's tyro, O, X.
And X. Yes.
Okay.
I am now X class. Each time I compete, I move out of class. Some people stay in classes for a while because you have to make top 15 in the region
in order to be
get
promoted.
The X class.
So you've been on an accelerated path, so now you're a national champion.
Yes.
So
do tell us, because you're here because things are happening and you want to drum up some support.
Yes.
What's happening?
Females in Jamaica over the years, even though it has improved, still have a challenge getting sponsorship.
The men get sponsorship and the women don't?
No. Well, for minor sports, I was going to go into that now. Minor sports, over the years, even though it has improved, has struggled to get sponsorship. So consider a female doing minor sports.
So you mean with all the gun runnings in Jamaica, shooting is a minor sport?
Why they don't just rule?
We're talking about
shooting is a minor sport.
On the positive side,
it's a minor sport.
It's a minor sport, and it is such a good sport. Shooting has caused me to be a little more patient, a little more calculating, because it's not something you can just run up there and do. You have to be focused. You have to take your breathing.
So it's wind direction, atmospheric conditions, about distance,
light. It's so much, but you have to come out to the range because you can't be explained in a program like this.
So you're looking for support.
I'm looking for support because I've tried the Ministry of Sport. I've tried
in sport with all the fraud. There's no money left.
You got to Olympic Association. They've got me anything. Because if you're a national champion,
I've been through the JRA.
Yeah.
Overall, as a club for shooting, but for full bore, because we have competition that is separate and apart from the other disciplines.
So essentially, you as national champion is left to figure out your own funding.
So, we're Jamaicans, like the hurdler said in the games, the carry flash is we're Jamaican. So I have to figure it out.
You're figuring it out.
I figured out one way. And one way is, this way that I've figured out so far is that I'm keeping a barbecue.
So you're hosting a barbecue.
I'm hosting a barbecue. And long when I have barbecue.
What is the venue?
It is going to be at the Mona Hockey Field. And it's called the V-Bull. And that's very significant to me.
Please tell us about the V-Bull.
V-Bull is bullseye.
Aye. What is
in full bore, V-Bull is bullseye. So you get a V. Even though the score is 5,
you get a V.
So my party, my barbecue and party is called the Veeble, and I'm calling all people who support Jamaicans achieving. I don't want to stop. I would like to continue on this path, and so far it has been successful. So, you know.
What's the price of the ticket?
Well, for pre-sold it would be $5,000, but at the gate you pay $6,000 for regular and $10,000 for the VIP.
VIP.
Yes, I know VIP is a little more posh than the regular.
Yes.
What date?
It's May 23rd, Labor Day.
Right.
So that's
so you can go and paint your sidewalk,
do your thing,
and then
come and eat some good food. Yes.
At the Veeble.
And your autograph sign.
So are you going to do any demonstration shooting?
No, we can't. FLA, I will not be doing anything like that with the camera.
Say it into the camera.
No.
There will be no demonstration shooting, but you will get to meet the champion, the national full board champion of Jamaica. When is your next competition, Nicola?
Okay, so we are going to be competing for the Jamaica has won the region, by the way. Jamaica won the region. We are the regional champions. So we're going to defend that championship in Antigua on between the 7th of May to the 14th. And also we'll be competing in Canada.
All right, so next month you're scheduled to go defend your title
in Antigua.
And you need the financial support and the love to just keep excelling at what you do, getting the Veeble. So the Veeble barbecue, let's repeat it, it's on the 23rd of May. Of May?
Yes.
Of May.
Mona Hockey Field?
Mona Hockey Field.
Right across from Mona, behind, in front of the Water Commission.
Right.
Parking will be there. Food will be there. I will be there. Good vibes will be there. Music
and other members of your team will be showing up to support
I've got
you.
some support from members of my team. You know, and other shooters. Physical people have been supporting me, but you know how these things go. You have to have a break even. I've not reached my break even yet, so I need the tickets out there.
Where can tickets be purchased?
Well, I have tickets. There's a number on the flyer. I will send the flyer to you. You can post.
I can post
it. You can send a WhatsApp to me at 314-1393.
So that's 876.
876-314-1393. That's our WhatsApp number. And you can find me on Facebook at Rifle Queen Jamaica. You can find me on TikTok at Rifle Queen Jamaica. You can find me on, I have a e-portfolio if you want to fast, like I fast, on Google site at Rifle Queen Jamaica. And I'm on Instagram at Rifle Queen Jamaica.
Wow. Rifle Queen, we love the name too, you know.
Yes,
it's on point. The name is on point. Thank you so much, Nicola. We support you. We congratulate you on your achievements. They're personal, but they're also national.
Yes.
Well done.
Next
time, get permission to show us the weapon.
FLA, I have nothing to do with anything like that. I would never. But you can come out to the range and watch me train on a Sunday at Twickenham Park. So that's where we,
bring tickets with you. So those who want to see the Rifle Queen at work.
About the fundraiser, me.
All right, we'll deal with. Yeah, we're going to repeat some of the particulars for you. We chat with Nicola during the break. Just stay with us. We're getting into the final run. This is the Morning Connection. We will be right back.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, you know, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
Wow, you big star. Yeah, man, respect my boss.
Yeah, try calling, cause trust me.
Waiters, Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
Ah, what a relief.
Half a tree. One already, 200. Ready, mama? Ready. Is this the confusion you feel when trying to work your way through medical systems in Jamaica? Try a dose of Ask Dr. Mary every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. Let Dr. Mary help you understand your medical problems and bring you to a calmer place.
Looking to clean your vehicle super clean? 123 Clean Car Wash, located at 2¼ Osborne Road, Kingston 10. Entrance on Grove Road, below Tropical Battery. They wash and vacuum, undercarriage wash, engine wash, polish and compound, shampoo and detailing. Call them at 876-631-3400. 123 Clean Car Wash, the best in the business for a cleaner wash.
1, 2, 3, believe me, it's so easy. 1, 2, 3.
Love more, 'cause you open up the door.
Live, camera, volume. Live it up Fridays on Bess100 FM. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with I, Ibi Lion, each and every Friday. Giving you the better vibes, heard everywhere.
On a natural some things that watch me fly. On Jamaica.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
Having trouble getting parts for your Mazda? Maljam Auto Parts is your solution. Find Maljam at the new and convenient location off Upper Walton Park Road at 9 Kingswood Avenue. Maljam Auto Parts, with over 25 years experience, providing all Mazda parts, new and used. Call 923-4389 and 461-1786. Maljam Auto Parts, serving your Mazda needs.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Welcome back. This is the last segment of the show. Pastor Percival has gone to get 2 more people hitched. He has a wedding to officiate at 10. So he's cutting it a bit close, and I hope he minds all the rules of the road as he hustles to get to the next location. But here we are, wrapping it up for this morning's exercise. It was just such a wonderful interview with those 2 gentlemen, one from JPS, the Ricardo Case, Director of Engineering Services, and Mr. Granville Gale, whose name I didn't immediately recognize, but whose face is unmistakable, CEO of National Safety Limited, former squash player, father of 2 beautiful children, husband to another squash player herself, the daughter of one of Jamaica's most famed veteran squash players, Mr. Douglas Beckford, who he said, wow, Dougie is still playing squash, and his son-in-law has retired. But it was good to see both of them and to learn what it is that they are doing. I am particularly impressed by the conference and the energy behind what Mr. Case did and the way he explained it, as he said, you know, he just put a spotlight on the pole. The pole is probably the simplest, most inoffensive part of their network. I mean, for the most part, it's either wood or concrete. It is nondescript, one would say. But to hear him speak of it and position it, it is an opportunity for careers. The reason I'm going back to it is because I want listeners who are looking at ways to maybe upgrade their own skills, seek to do something different, to see the opportunity that it represents, to become a part of the professionals who serve in as important a sector as the energy sector. Clearly, terrestrial facilities are a part of the future. I did not ask them about putting their infrastructure, their line infrastructure underground, which many have spoken about because of the extensive hurricane season, which countries like ours have to endure. Many persons have said that it would be better if the poles and towers and so on were not visible, and if you ran your infrastructure in conduits underground. We didn't have that conversation. It seems like we're going to have towers and poles and line men, line women. Those who climb are going to be a part of the near future. That being so, apparently HART has training courses. National Safety itself can be a point of contact for some information on how to get yourself into this bustling new industry. And if this host has her way and there is an actual revaluation of human labor in this country, you will be able to earn a good living doing something that is very important. I got to talk about Nicola. I've known Nicola. Nicola is just a woman of the kind of boldness you can't help but admire. Because when I first met Nicola, Nicola was just learning to play squash. You know, she had taken up the racket and, you know, she was doing her thing. It is always a brave thing as an adult to step onto a court where people are watching you and make your first hesitating steps in a new direction. And she took on squash. And now I'm hearing that in the same period of time, she was also taking on no less than full bore shooting. She's the national champion. We were happy to include her in this morning's program as she just says her bit, encouraging Jamaicans who are generally supportive of impressive effort like she has displayed to support her. I tell you, I long for the day when we have the infrastructure at a national level to just support and fund people in these activities which bring honor and glory to the Jamaican flag. A national champion at anything is something worth supporting. But she is on her own trying to raise funds, and I will, in the coming days, I will repeat the information about her barbecue, what is it again, Lowell? V-Bull. The bullseye, when you hit the bullseye 10 consecutive times, you get a score that is called a V. Yes. Roman numeral 5. But it honors the marksmanship. A sniper woman in Jamaica. Hey, get on board and support her, man. Let me just pull up her, because I believe she did send me. She left and I didn't get to take one of the tickets, but I am encouraging you to support Nicola. Even you online, far away, not likely to come and have any barbecue. If you can find a way to support Nicola, please do so. Let me pull it up and repeat some of the information that she gave. I know she gave me some information. Aha, here it is. V-Bull, Rifle Queen Jamaica is inviting you to the V-Bull barbecue and the after party. First shot edition. Listen, some serious creativity behind it. It is on the 23rd of May. It is an all-inclusive event. The pre-sold cost of the tickets is $5,000. You pay $6,000 at the gate, and this is for a regular invite. If you want the VIP edition, it's $10,000, and it is at the Mona Hockey Field on Mona Road in Kingston. She does have the number. I'm going to repeat it. Her number is 876-314-1393. So that's my bit, just encouraging you to support my friend Nicola, the Rifle Queen, the national champ, in her effort to, you know, just continue to finance her activities. And any corporate citizen who is listening and you're part of a company and you know that this is a worthy cause, just, you know, do something to help her. All right, just to wrap up, for today's discussion, I engaged Pastor Percival in just some ruminations. We just exchanged some thoughts on what has troubled me for some time, the notion that Jamaica's economy is based on a revenue model of slave labor. We still don't want to pay a fair wage to those who work. And we find it hard to build a pricing structure that is increased to reflect the increase in the cost of labor. So the security guards are taking the brunt of it, and we see the unrest in many sectors. The public sector workers are not happy with certain things that are happening. And all around, even when we look at how, we talked about it when we were looking at the taxi drivers and their revenue model. How are they to exist on the kind of fair structure that's in place? Every kind of other element eats away at the profit, but you're stuck at a point in how much revenue you can generate. And it is a free market economy. It challenges the mind to look at the fundamentals and to just revisit how we're doing things. Even as we seek to rebuild our constitution from the bones up, let's just look back at our economy and the importance we place on the Jamaican individual. Nothing about gender at this point, just who we are as people. What is the priority that we give to the matters concerning our welfare? What is the fair price for our effort? We are far removed from the days when it was zero. We got to just, you know, rethink things and be at a more righteous place. So that's it for the morning. I want to thank those on air and online, especially the ones who have persevered, because I gather there might have been some occasional break in transmission. But you persevered, you've stuck it out with us. I thank you. This is our last day for the week. It is Thursday and we are going into our weekend. I pray that you all have a wonderful weekend. And to those back in the studio, to the engineer who has kept us honest this morning, and right here, our own producer, Mr. Lowell Lawrence, a man who is very well known to me. I say thank you, Lowell. Pastor, I know you're listening as we wrap up. Thank you for your contribution this morning. To the guests, JPS, Ligani Club. We've had a wonderful time in the garden, moving around, watching the sun, and I can smell the delicious aromas coming from JD's Urban Pub, where we are going to retire and have us some breakfast. That's it. Have a great weekend and see you on the other side.
Until the philosophy which old one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance. race. This a war that